Hello, everybody. Welcome to Rewrite Your Reality with Reese. I am your host, and on today's video, telling a new I am story. You see, last night I received a email from a subscriber who was experiencing challenges in their life with family members that resulted in certain violent acts being mentioned and psychotic episodes, things like that. And they reached out for a reality experience. Also, if you do enjoy my content, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an upload. Any questions like this or any others, please feel free to drop them in the comment section below or send me an email. Now, everyone is you pushed out. You've heard this time and time again. If it's your first time hearing it, what it really means, and people confuse this. Everyone is you pushed out. I like to say everyone and everything is you pushed out because that's a little bit more accurate. It's not your physical personality that is pushed out. You have a physical personality. You have likes, dislikes, wants, unwanted preferences, unwanted experiences and preferences, things like that. That is your physically projected personality that has always been changing through the experiencing of who and what you know yourself as. So, every single person is going through the exact same thing, but from your awareness, the versions of everyone and everything that you see is coming from you, your perception of yourself. So that version of them is not actually experiencing reality abnormally, whichever one. It is just not a preferred version that you want to experience as awareness of your life. That's the real key understanding here. No matter who and what you are seeing, that version of them is not experiencing reality incorrectly, abnormally. All that means is we have a definition of what reality should normally look like, but every single person has that definition of what they think normal reality should look like. But the very indication that all of these experiences exist shows you that reality is anything but what it normally should look like, because it doesn't normally look like anything. You are reality. All others, including yourself, exist as infinite versions of ourselves. None of them greater as an experience from their point of view over any other. And each of those versions of others is associated with a physical version of you from your point of view. You are and can be aware of a physical version of you that is interacting with a physical version of someone else infinitely. In certain scripts of parallel realities, you can be aware of these things playing out because your awareness is it playing out. Your awareness is the very script and reality and parallel reality and parallel experience. It's you. You are reality. Your awareness is reality. There are versions of you who are experiencing reality in the way all other projections of consciousness in physical form are experiencing their version of reality, similar to the one you are remembering right now as consciousness. See, the story might be there as a seeming effect, but it isn't a solid idea. There's no objective physical experience of reality that exists now outside of awareness. It exists. What you are experiencing, what you have experienced, it existed as an experience, but it doesn't exist as a solid physical objective experience that is fundamentally more true than anything else. Just as a point in understanding what the infinite truly means, it is everything we can conceive as we are conceiving only ourselves. So whatever we conceive exists because we can conceive it, and whatever we are conceiving was conceived of our very own beingness. Then the Creator said, the emotional weight of the situation, feeling discouraged, defeated despite spiritual practices, frustrated their attempts to manifest a healed version haven't translated into physical change. So basically, reality hasn't moved. Right? How to reach the healed version of their loved ones when their current reality feels impossible? Believing in the conditions and the time it takes, as well as some sort of separation, as if there is a separate version of them that requires reaching from a solid physical you. Basically, you sometimes are under the impression that you have a physical being. This is your physical, solid, objectable, objective physical form. It's not. Whatever you're looking at is also not an objective physical form of another person. You are looking as reality as a subjective reality experience between one objective form and another objective form that exists in that story. Now understand, the story that you are experiencing as your life experience, it simply exists. You can't delete it, you can't rewind it, you can't chuck it, you can't even actively forget about it. It is there. There's nothing wrong with it. It's not bad, it's not good, it simply just is. And it comes from your own awareness. See, you as awareness call forth for your experiencing in order to know yourself as source this experience. Each person, each event, each circumstance is source being that experience, literally for you to know yourself as that same source of it. No one else is the source of your point of view of reality. So you know that. You are creating this idea as real, and while it is a real experience, it is not reality. In the same way, a page of a book is not a library. You are the library. And the more you remove from the library, the less library there is. And so you cannot remove from the library. The library just is. You just are reality. You cannot remove from it. You can't go and rewrite something. Why? Because it's already written perfectly. Whatever you want to be written exists written down perfectly as you, as reality. Now the 3D world of events and circumstances, the shadow world as is called by NevilleGoddard, is only an effect. It's not reality, as in an objective version of it, while everyone is experiencing the only experience available to them. See, that's not true. There's no only experience available to them. There's only what you are choosing to make available to yourself by your own willingness to believe that I am who I say I am. And it's not belief trying to overcome you doubting it. It's really just, am I willing to believe that this version of me exists? Yes, I choose to believe that this version of me exists. Leaving the doubt there, leaving the fear there, leaving the seemingly unchanged and unmoving circumstances, this version of myself that I am imagining, I absolutely choose to just believe that it exists, and my own awareness of it is the evidence. See, everything and everyone are their own viewpoint as that multi-dimensional being as I am. There's only one being, it's I am. You are that I am, so is everyone else, just like you. Knowing this, it's never about trying to change the 3D world or preventing it, the seemingly ongoing reality. Expression through treatments and such as calling the police and certain things, it is just part of the current script. You are focused on assuming that this is my reality. And now in this image, I like this image actually. You see, in one focused moment, we think that is reality. We think that this version of us with this past, with this future, with this sadness surrounding us and being experienced, that people don't look and act the way we desire them to be looking and acting and all of this thing. We really feel as if that is the thing that's playing out because it is what we are seeing as appearances in the moment. We think that is what's playing out. But what is playing out is not always represented in the 3D physical appearances of reality in the way that we can see it from a 3D physical point of view. Your eyes are not lying to you. What you are seeing is what you are seeing. You're seeing a cup, you're seeing this, you're seeing that. Those are the things you are seeing. But if you know and understand from a deeper perspective, there's no objective reality that you are seeing. As in, none of this belongs to a certain objective reality. Nothing of what you are seeing belongs to an objective reality of I am not experiencing my dream life. It just exists as a superimposed version, an appearance that is connected to everything. Because there's no non-connection to something. Everything is connected. Everything is I am. Everything is God. Everything is reality. Everything is source. Everything is one. So no matter what you are looking at, again, it is not from a objective reality. There is not an objective thing that you're looking at that exists on its own. It exists within an appearance, in a frame, part of a story, and part of that story is just there for your experiencing, but the whole story is whatever you are saying your story is. And that is where the frame must now be, where you must now be. So when you consciously imagine your desired experience going to your end of who and what you say you are as this experience, I am this identity, I am this person of my that I believe myself to be, because I'm choosing to believe myself to be it. That's what the now frame must now be part of, because again, it was never part of an objective version of reality. The only objective reality is you being everything as reality. If you look on the page, I've got a bunch of different scripts there. Which one's objective? Which one can that blue frame where it just appears, can it not be connected to? None of them. It can be connected to all of them. All the frames that are on the screen are all connected because they're connected through source of being it, because you are being all of it at the same time. Look at every single frame there, whether you're winning a trophy, whether you are thrilled that you got the email that says, hey, you got the promotion, or you got that big paycheck, or you got this, or you got that, whatever. That's there. It's all in the same place. It's all within the same I am awareness. It's whether or not you are going to consciously be aware of it. That version of yourself that is just thrilled to be doing so many different things that your life feels so full. A version of yourself that you are contemplating as if it is real, the one that is on your computer looking at something going downhill. The version of you that you desire to be, the one that's experiencing others in the way that you desire to be experiencing it, that just exists, or the one that's just chilling. It's just there, chilling. All of it's there. All of it's part of the knowingness of yourself, or what you are willing to be knowing as yourself, as reality right now and right here. When you consciously move to your end, that's who you are. You see, as I said, the 3D world does not have a past or a future. It's just an expression of a script that has a past and a future. So what script are you on? Because it purely exists in this moment. And alongside every other version of itself where everyone is doing everything already. And now the subscriber said something very interesting. I'm not entirely sure if she was quoting the passage or if she just said it because we really get to the point of giving up everything to believe in something greater than whatever we used to believe in. She said, I will sell all of my belongings for whatever wisdom I have. I thought that was amazing because Matthew 1:3-4-5-4-6, again, the kingdom of heaven is like a merchant seeking fine pearls. She, in this case, is the merchant and she's seeking fine pearls, and she believed the information of I am awareness is that fine pearl, who, when he found one pearl of great value, I am awareness, went and sold all that he had and bought it. She already sold everything by just saying, I'm willing to give up all of this. Pearl of great price is to completely drop any and all belief in the objectivity in the 3D world, realizing it is only a subjective experience, always changing in every moment, including your others. It is always changing. Even the idea of worth is change. We just usually call it worth because we try to avoid it by putting more focus on it. In the paradox of trying to avoid something, trying not to think about something, you end up putting more focus on it. But it is perfect because it is God as that thing. You're watching a movie, you see a scene that you don't prefer to experience in your physical life, but you understand it's part of the movie. Removing it changes the entire movie. It takes away context from everything else that's happening. But recognize you are the one that puts everything in your movie. Like, so go to your end of your movie, because it couldn't be less than perfect. And what is not perfect, however, is our 3D physical self, moment to moment small awareness that we have, which is normal. But it is also not natural to the self of I am, which is knowing. You see, your physical self is unknowing normally, but your I am awareness is knowing naturally. Natural always trumps normal, because you are choosing to make natural your normal. So yes, by that pearl completely and decide that I'm awareness, no matter what I am aware of, it's all happening within my own awareness for me to know myself. Except that I am perfect and so is everyone else. Even when my own sight fails me, and I think it is not. As Jesus said in Matthew 18:22, Jesus said to him, I do not say to you 7 times 70, but 7 times, but 70 times 7. Forgive yourself each and every single time you believe more in the 3D world than yourself as awareness of it. Without effort of trying to change the ongoing film expression of the 3D world, because you can't change the current frame. Imagine your dream life, your dream experience, your dream expression of reality, and light it up 1 second or 10 minutes, doesn't really matter. It only matters if you accept that it is yourself, that this is me now, regardless of what happens. And then you walk now in the assumption that I am living my dream life no matter what happens. I am on that script I desire to be, because this is my only reality and I am the one who I am. See, in your reality, you are the one who says who you are. In my reality, I am your host, Reese. This is such a reality with this. Thank you for the email, truly, again. Much appreciated. And the follow-up as well. That was wonderful. I appreciate that very much. Thank you all for being here. Thank you for the comments, questions, shares, likes, and subscriptions alike. Feel free to drop a question again in the comment section, or you can drop me an email like that anytime you like. Thank you for joining the TikTok page. Thank you for joining the Facebook group. And love and light, and I will see you all in the next one.